Hi, this is Mato. Welcome to my online chess lecture. In this video I will show you a game between Zhongyi and Muzychuk. This is a game from Women's World Chess Championship, played in Iran in 2017. Should I mention, this is the game that decided the Women's World Chess Champion. Okay, enough talk, let's have a look at the game. Zhongyi had white pieces and she started with d4. Muzychuk played d5. c4, Queen's Gambit, c6, Slav Defense, knight to f3, knight to f6, g3, bishop to f5, knight to c3, e6, white to move. Bishop to g2 is the most played move. Then Zhongyi played knight to h4, intending to assassinate the cardinal. Black to move. Bishop to e4 is the most played move. And then one line goes like this. f3, bishop to g6, and white takes the bishop on g6 with the knight, or sometimes plays queen to b3. Back to our game. In this position, Muzychuk played d takes on c4. Knight takes bishop, pawn takes knight. Black is a pawn up, but her pawn structure is not very flash. e3, intending bishop takes pawn on c4. Knight from b to d7, bishop takes pawn on c4, knight to b6, bishop to e2. The bishop ideally belongs to g2. Bishop to d6, bishop to f3, and both players cast at king's side. Rook to e8, queen to c2, queen to d7, b3, rook to e7, knight to a4, rook from a to e8, knight to c5, attacking the queen, queen to c8, white to move. Perhaps bishop to b2 was expected. Then Zhongyi played bishop to d2, knight from b to d5, rook from a to c1, knight to e4, bishop to g2, patient play by Zhongyi, g6, b4, queen to c7, knight takes on e4, pawn takes knight, b5. Black to move. What is the best move for black? Muzychuk played bishop to a3, attacking the rook on c1. What is wrong with c takes on b5? What is the best move for white in this position? The best move is queen to b3, attacking the queen and the knight on d5. After I say queen to d7, queen takes knight. Back to our game. Bishop to a3, rook to b1, c takes on b5, queen to b3, queen to d6, queen takes pawn on b5, rook to c8, queen to b3, king to g7, bishop to c1, bishop takes bishop, rook from b takes on c1, rook to c6, perhaps intending rook to b6, or in some variations, black can double the rooks on the c file. Rook takes rook, queen takes on c6, queen to a3, attacking the pawn on a7 and eyeing the rook on e7. Black to move. Queen to b6 was played. Perhaps b6 would be a better move. Queen to b6, rook to c1, and white is in the control of the only open file. Black to move. Queen to b4 was played. If black plays a6 first, and then queen to b4, then white will continue with rook to c8, queen to b4, queen takes on b4, knight takes on b4, a3, knight to d5, rook to c5, and white is better. Back to our game. Queen to b4, queen takes on a7, knight to c3. So black sacrificed a pawn in order to better activate her pieces. there is also a possibility that black will win the pawn on a2. Threat is now knight to e2, check, winning the rook, so rook to f1. Queen to c4. How would you defend the pawn on a2? Queen to a3, attacking the rook. Rook to e6, rook to e1, rook to a6, queen to e7, and indeed, Anna Muzychuk won the pawn. And now, the black pawn on b file may become dangerous. What would you do in this position if you had white pieces? Would you capture the pawn on e4 or the pawn on b7? Which pawn is more important? Queen takes pawn on b7 was possible. Then Zhongyi did her calculations and captured the pawn on e4, believing that that pawn is more valuable than the pawn on b file. Do you agree? Would you do the same? Or would you capture black's passed pawn? But now, b5. Is this scary? Anna Muzychuk is intending to promote this pawn to a piece. What if she chooses to promote it to a queen? White would be in real danger. Bishop to Bishop to f3. b4. Wow, the pawn is getting closer. How to stop the pawn? What would you do? What is the best move for white in this position? Would you worry in this position if you had white pieces? How to stop the pawn? The best defense is to attack. Queen to e5, check. King to h6. Maybe better move was king to g8. What do you think? But then d5 could be played. King to h6 was played. It is white to move. What would you do? Please pause and find the best move for white in this position. It's hard to believe that black will lose in only a couple of moves. What did you find? Then Zhongyi played g4, intending g5 checkmate. So there is no time for b3, g5 checkmate. f6 was played. Queen takes pawn on f6. This is the idea. Rook to a5, preventing g5 check. White to move. White played the move and black resigned. The move is h4. There is no sensible defense here. But for the entertainment purpose, let's play a random move. b3. White to move and to checkmate in 1. The move is queen to f8. Checkmate. At the end of the game, some funny commentators were saying that Anna Muzychuk was actually lucky that she played against 10 Zhongyi only. If she played, they said, against 11 Zhongyi, she would lose much sooner. What do you think of this game? As for me, I say, congratulations, 10 Zhongyi. And that is all. I hope that you enjoyed watching this video. I wish you good luck with your chess, and bye for now.